Hello everyone, I'm Renown Zero. We are back again talking about how Nintendo is getting absolutely slammed for charging you $90 to get all of the content with Breath of the Wild for the Switch 2 edition, as well as charging you for basically a patch to get your 4K 60 FPS on a game that's 8 years old that should have absolutely launched with 60 FPS, even if it would have been 1080p 60 FPS. It's crazy to me how now Nintendo is finally catching up with the rest of the world, like Xbox Series X and Microsoft, and the PS5 with Sony, with having 60 FPS all of a sudden. So it's very strange that, of course, Nintendo is doing this at all with these upgrade packs, basically charging you for better frame rates, better quality, where Microsoft can easily do it for free with smart delivery, and then also they're doing the same thing that Sony has done, where they charge you $10 to get the PS5 Pro edition of a game from years ago, from the PS4 era. So they will not be including the DLC that costs you $20, the expansion pass that goes with Breath of the Wild, for anyone who's adopting this game when the Switch 2 comes out. Now, if you were smart and you bought Breath of the Wild for $30, or if you were a late adopter, I should say, who bought this game for $30 like I did in the last few years, this isn't a huge deal to spend $20 on the expansion pass, because it'll basically come up to $60 with an upgrade pack if you choose to buy that. Me personally, I would not spend $10 on an upgrade pack. I'd rather just, sail the high seas and play it on my PC and 60 FPS, maybe even 120 FPS at 4K, rather than playing this game on the Switch. But let's get into this article here from That Park Place, where it says Nintendo slammed for $90 Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild re-release price on Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition as they call it. An 8-year-old base game that was a launch title for the original Switch will cost $70 with no DLC included. Now that's $70 for the Switch 2, I'm just making a reminder. That's $60 for the game, $10 for the upgrade patch to get the Switch 2 edition, which was also confirmed that everything will be on the cartridge and it won't be a download code in the box for the upgrade pack. It'll all be on the cartridge. Nintendo is facing a wave of backlash after confirming that the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition will not include the game's post-launch DLC, despite carrying a $70 price tag, because it'll be $60 for the game, as I said, and $10 for the upgrade pack for an 8-year-old game. Players who want the full experience of the 2017 classic on the upcoming Switch 2 console will need to fork over another $20 for the expansion pass, bringing the total cost to $90. So they're basically saying to you that this game is $90 already, whether it's digital or physical, and you already have Mario Kart World that's an exclusive for the Switch 2 already at $80 for both digital and physical, 90 euros in, of course, Europe and stuff like that. The confirmation came via a statement to IGN in which Nintendo clarified the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition does not include the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild expansion pass DLC. That DLC is available as a separate purchase, and like I would say, they brought over Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U that no one really bought, only 13 million consoles sold. They brought it over to the Switch and managed to give you all the DLC included for the $60 price. And then, of course, added more booster packs, courses, later on. The Switch 2, which launches on June 4th, will introduce a lineup of re-released first-party titles under the Nintendo Switch 2 Edition banner, including Metroid Prime 4, which will be a brand new game. These versions include visual and performance upgrades such as improved frame rates, HDR support, and faster loading times, so basically paying for a patch. Players who already own the original Switch versions can upgrade for $10, while newcomers must buy full-price bundles at $70 to $80 depending on the title, where Tears of the Kingdom is going to be $80 for that Nintendo Switch 2 edition, which the game is $70, you're paying $10 more to get that upgraded game. Again, the game launched with horrible frame rates, dipping into the 25 FPS and 720p range on handheld mode. Well, it's always 720p, but the fact that it dipped to 25 FPS is horrible. However, only Breath of the Wild among the confirmed re-releases has any substantial DLC, and unlike many remasters or reissued from other gaming companies, Nintendo is not bundling that content in. The two expansions, the Master Trials and the Champions Ballad, originally added extra challenge modes, gear, quests, and a post-game dungeon to the base game. Adding insult to injury, the Switch 2 itself will retail at $450, it'll be $500 after taxes, a full $100 more than the standard Switch, combined with a $10 monthly fee for Nintendo Switch Online, which it's actually $3.99. That's incorrect. It's $3.99 for the monthly fee. It's $20 a year, or $50 for access to the expansion pack tier that includes GameCube classics. Many longtime fans are calling the console a budget buster. In what feels like a throwback to the 1980s and 1990s, Nintendo announced that it's embracing a variable pricing strategy once again, where games costs fluctuate depending on perceived value, production quality, or franchise popularity. So you know there's a possibility that the next Legend of Zelda game could cost you $80, because you're already making Mario Kart World $80, unless of course you get the bundle where you get it for $50, which in my opinion is what Mario Kart World is actually worth if you're going to put it as part of a bundle for $50. So people experience what's called FOMO. They're like, well, I'll miss out on this $30 off on Mario Kart World if I don't get this bundle, with it costing $50 in the bundle, over paying $80 plus tax to get this game physically. Unlike the industry standard of uniform pricing for first-party titles, the Switch 2's launch lineup features games ranging from $60 to $80, echoing the era when cartridges like Chrono Trigger and Super Street Fighter 2 carried premium price tags due to added chips or development costs. The shift backwards in strategy was recently confirmed by Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser. Please, bring back Reggie Fils-Aimé. In a bit of positive news, Nintendo confirmed that physical versions of Switch 2 games will contain both the base game and the upgrade data Odyssey and cartridge. I went over that already. There will be no download codes or internet requirements for the upgraded content, but that minor benefit hasn't softened the blow for gamers already frustrated by rising costs. The launch lineup for the Switch 2 includes upgraded versions of Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which actually comes with DLC, and Mario Party Jamboree, which actually comes with DLC as well, which you need the camera to use some of that stuff anyway, alongside new titles like Mario Kart World. It's not Mario Kart Tour, it's Mario Kart World. Donkey Kong Bonanza, which comes out in July. Metroid Prime 4 and Pokemon Legends ZA, which Pokemon Legends ZA and Metroid Prime 4 are confirmed to be on the Switch 1. I don't believe that Donkey Kong Bonanza will be on the Switch 1. I feel like that would be a Switch 2 exclusive, but we'll just have to wait and see. As of now, pre-orders for North American and Canadian buyers are on hold, reportedly due to President Trump's newly enacted tariff strategy on foreign electronics, which everyone has gotten their tariffs paused for 90 days, except for China, and Nintendo switched their production from China to Vietnam in 2019. So now there is no excuse that this doesn't have a pre-order date sent out. If you registered on their website, you will get an invitation on May 8th, and you have 72 hours to confirm your purchase, whether you selected the Switch by itself or the Switch with Mario Kart World. Adding yet another wrinkle to Nintendo's turbulent next-gen rollout. So as I said, they changed their production from China to Vietnam, and their tariffs got paused for 90 days, so they have no choice but to put out that pre-order for the Switch 2 for the people that are going to purchase it. And I will reiterate it as I have in plenty of videos. I do not need the Switch 2 right now. If I cannot get my hands on the bundle with Mario Kart World, I will not be picking up the Switch 2. I've got plenty of Switch 1 games that I can play. Probably about 10 to 15 to even 20 games that are completely sealed that I can easily play on my backlog for the Switch 1. Mario Kart World to me is worth it at $50. It is not worth it to me at $80. And if Nintendo does not lower the price on Mario Kart World, I will not be purchasing it unless I get the bundle, because $80 is absolutely atrocious. I don't care how much content that game has. I don't care what crap they talk about. Oh, maybe all the course packs coming later after the game's release is free. Still not worth $80 in my opinion, because that game has never been worth $80. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new subscribers, returning subscribers, new viewers, and returning viewers. If you do like this video, smash the like button, ring the bell for notifications, subscribe for more content, and comment below, are you going to be picking up a Switch 2? We'll be picking up any of these extra additions or upgrade packs for the Switch 2. And again, personally, I am not going to be buying these upgrade packs because I don't care. But I will never tell another adult human being how they can spend their money. I will only tell you how I'm going to spend my money, because it is my money that I work for and it is my money alone. But I will never tell somebody that they cannot buy something. I will only suggest that if you would like Nintendo to possibly lower the price on the Switch 2, similar to what they did with the 3DS, don't buy it at launch. But again, I would never really tell somebody that they cannot spend their money on the brand new console. Ever. I would never tell another grown adult that they cannot purchase what they want. Because you work hard for your money and you can buy whatever you want. Set the bell to all for your notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.